How good were you at playground football? I was actually excellent. I always played with the big kids. I was captain of the school. That's all I did. You know, for the first 10 years of my life really was play football outside. And I played for Wales Youth. And then I had a dodgy knee injury and discovered Morrissey, and my football days were over. I was tapped up to have a trial, yes, at a North London club. That's all I can say. But I knew really around that time that I wasn't going to be, you know, I was kind of good up until the age where you had to get fit. I always fancied myself as Glenn Hoddle or Tony Curry or Stan Bowles or Rodney Marsh, you know, lazy, hands on hips. And then all of a sudden everyone got really fast and I kind of got into music. Favourite sports theme tune? Oh well, this is very prescient because lately James has been practicing all his favourite sports themes, from Sports Night, which is brilliant, people forget Sports Night, the Harry Carpenter, the darts, the golf. BBC Golf is actually good. The original darts on BBC is actually quite krautrocky. That's one of my favourites. Ski Sunday. Ski Sunday is good. James has learnt them all. He does play the snooker one live, just to entertain the crowd. Which one? God, there's so many good ones. I think Sports Night. Would you swap headlining Glastonbury for scoring the winning goal at the cup final? It's a close one thing. I'd definitely swap headlining Glastonbury for scoring the winning try for Wales winning the World Cup. Undoubtedly, I'd do anything for that. The cup final growing up was the greatest day, bar Christmas, of the year. It was just peanuts, shandy and crisps all day long, so yes I would. Strangest thing a fan has ever sent you or requested? Well, back in the very nihilistic dark days in the 90s, we used to get a lot of letters written to us in people's own blood, which was quite disconcerting at the time. But it was only because they loved the band so much. It was that was real dedication. And they were really nice people, but when I used to get the letters, it used to be quite scary. A favourite football ground and why? Oh, that's a good question. It's changed. I'm thinking out of the ones I've been to over the years. The old Ninian used to be, I don't know if it was my favourite, it was definitely the most frightening. In the 70s when my dad used to take me. I watched a brilliant home international day, Scotland against Wales. I think John Toshack made a comeback and scored 2 goals. Just full of the Tartan Army, absolutely amazing. But you know, I'll have to just say that I think it's the best stadium in the world, full stop, is the Millennium Stadium. And when Wales beat Italy there in 2002, we played before the game, and it's one of the greatest, in terms of football, probably the best atmosphere I've ever been part of. For rugby or football, I think it's just the greatest stadium in the world. What was your first football kit? Well, my first football kit was Leeds United, because my dad was a massive fan of Leeds, of the Don Revie era. Me and my brother had the white kit, pure white, and we had these lovely little sort of white tags around there. Remember Paul Madeley and Eddie Gray used to wear them. And white socks, and just a little yellow thing by there. Absolutely gorgeous. And I still kept some of my kits for my kids from, you know, my early Tottenham ones, and I've still got the UEFA Cup winning one from '82, I think. It's nice to see how small you once were. Best gig you've ever been to? That has to be Sonic Youth at Cardiff University in mid-80s. And Thurston Moore smashed his guitar to bits, which the first time I've ever seen anyone do that, which I loved. And they were so loud, I just had to walk outside, but loud in a good way. And Kim Gordon, the girl bass player, she was so cool. She held her bass really low and had so much attitude. So that's my favourite ever. What has been your most embarrassing moment? There's been a few. Anyone who's actually Googled me and looked at pictures of me over the last 20 years will realise there's been quite a few embarrassing moments, but I think the You Love Us video we did in '92, the second one. I was kind of naked being massaged by this guy. It was part of the video, but he wasn't a trained masseur. So when I actually got up, I was fucking pummeled. I was in pain, really terrible pain and covered in bruises. Lovely guy, but he wasn't a trained masseur. And looking back on it, it's, when you're doing the school run with the kids, you know, it's pretty embarrassing if anyone's seen that the night before.